Joanne Jobin, the Queen of the North, running the mining investment event of the North. How are you?
I'm really good. How are you, Matt?
I'm not too bad. I've just got back off a big long trip, but I wanted to catch up
Yes.
with you because we had such an awesome event in Quebec City last June. It's coming up. It's not far away. We've spoken about it. I want an update. So we met in London. You were kind enough to tell me a bit about it since then. So what's happened? Tell me more.
Well, in a word, things are just fabulous. I mean, compared to where we were at this time last year, we were a little stressed out with all the COVID. But, we issued a press release in late January. We announced our partnership with the National Bank Financial and the government of Quebec, who also returned officially. So that was fantastic. We also announced that we are doing a Critical Metals Day on Tuesday with National Bank Financial, who's going to be leading the charge on that. So we're super excited. They came on as a big platinum sponsor, so they're going to be the stage sponsor at the event in Quebec. And when you look at the overall event, we now have over 30 partners and sponsors, and we expect to have 100 companies to participate this year. That's an impressive growth from last year's 50 companies which took part.
Good work.
Yeah, we're super excited. And our speakers are coming together. Peter Maroney will be opening the conference for us. We'll be press releasing that shortly. Of course, we have Rick Rule and Frank Holmes and a few other exciting announcements that we're working on. We're really actively engaged with the U.S. Trade Commission regarding investors and companies. And all of our panels are really coming together too. We've got Daniela Dimitrov moderating the power panel with some of the top women in mining, our ESG panel, moderated by Anthony Vaccaro of the Northern Miner. And of course, Critical Metals Day will have two panels, one on battery metals and renewables and one on critical metals security. So we'll be doing more announcements on that. And I just need to say that our student sponsorship, co-sponsored by Maple Gold Mines and JDS, is almost at capacity. That's 50 students being sponsored in the fields of mining, metallurgy, business, engineering, all over Ontario and Quebec. So we're really excited about that. And we also have a wonderful initiative that was started last year. It didn't get a lot of attention, but I call it the SheCo initiative, where we fund a curated group to help with education and startups for young girls and women in developing societies. We're really excited to launch that this year. And we have a +1 partner program for people bringing their partners to the event. They get badged in, and we have all sorts of things for them to do. You can find all of these programs and initiatives on our website. It's chock-a-block this year.
Okay, well, that's really good news. Now, you mentioned you expect 100 companies. We as investors need companies to rock up. So how's registration going?
So we just sent out our registration, our investor invites during PDAC, which was a couple of days ago. And they're already registering and signing up. So I'm really happy about that. We expect to have between 125 to 150 investors. That's conservative, but the word is certainly out with them. I mean, we were invited to the BMO conference this year, and everyone that I spoke to knew about the conference, had really great things to say about it. So, that's 150 investors for 80 companies that are going to be participating in one-on-ones. I think that's a pretty decent ratio.
Right. Okay. Now, obviously, I attended the last session. It was extremely well run. It was extremely well received, but it was the first one, right? Small and perfectly formed. Yeah. And I'm going to ask this question, although I think I understand. I know the answer is why do you think it's increased in size?
We went marketing this year. That was a big difference. I mean, last year, it's no secret, Canada was in a severe lockdown. And it was really hard to talk about the conference to anybody. But this year, we went to Beaver Creek, we went to London, as you know, we went to Vancouver, we were invited to attend BMO in Miami, we just did the PDAC, and there'll be a few more events before June as well. We're out there actively talking about it, and people, also I think that word is just getting out. It's well run, as you said. It's a good value for companies. And most importantly, it's not just Quebec or Canada focused. This is a global mining investment conference focused on Canadian mining. Whether you're operating in Brazil or Quebec, it's still Canadian mining. And this hasn't been done in our own backyard. So I'm really excited about how it's growing.
Okay, you say it's good value for companies, and I know it is, but it's also got to be good value for investors. And I'm going to say this in the backdrop of some of the conference organizers who's been asleep at the wheel for the last 2-3 years. They're coming back out, and it hasn't gone well for them, right? So what's in it for investors with your show?
I like to say that we're kind of a conference with a higher purpose. I know it sounds cheesy, but we're not just a mining conference. When you bring in students, when you have a fund to help young girls and women in developing societies, when you feature the best of women in mining, when you're featuring ESG and, critical metal security on a global stage, it's a little different. And I think that we're also providing investors with an amazing conference experience because, we are doing everything that should be done when you go to a conference. On top of that, we're in a world-class destination, an amazing venue, a beautiful city, a great hotel. What's there not to like?
No, it's fantastic. Like I say, you're suggesting 120 to 150 investors, which is good going, and the number of companies that you're expecting has doubled since last year. It's super exciting, and obviously, I think you started during a sort of COVID environment as well. So it's all fantastic. But for you, and as you say, you've highlighted some of the differentiation between you and what else is going on out there. It's great, but So what next? Where do we go from here?
Well, obviously we're building a very important brand here in Canada. And I like to say it's not just a business, it's a legacy for Canadian mining here. I mean, I've been in this industry for 30 years. I need to leave something good behind. So, this is part of that. I can say that we've always said that we were going to do 2 conferences. So we are actively working on the next conference location. And if everything goes well, we will announce in June at the event. The style and the footprint of the next event will be similar to what we are doing in Quebec City. And that's all I can say for now. Big secret.
No clues? You sure?
Yeah, no clues.
Chance. Okay. Right.
No way. There's too many people. There's too many eyeballs on us now. I guess, it's flattery, but, I want to keep mum until we've got everything zipped up, and then I'll
you let us know. Okay. Well, Joanne, very, very happy and very pleased to be supporting people who are trying to do things the right way with the right quality of conferences, because unfortunately there's way too many conferences which are really ineffective for both companies and investors. And the fact that you're focused on both of those and delivering against both of those is really super, super exciting. So I look forward to speaking to you hopefully before the conference, and hopefully even seeing you there. Okay. At least one more time.
At least one more time. Yeah. And thank you so much for all your support, Matt. We truly appreciate yours.